to the channel. How you doing? I'm gonna wait till some people get in here. I thought I was gonna use my microphone. Maybe I don't need it because it's close enough. But you know what? I think I'll still put it in because, you know, sometimes airplanes go by and it's kind of loud where I live, so just put that in there. Right. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right. Happy Wednesday, you guys and gals. Today I'm going to be chatting with you about a few things. First, honoring your body. Second, wellness. And third, productivity. And I'm trying to get better at staying on topic and not looking at the comments too soon because, like, I'll be mid thought and then someone will say something and I'm like, cut myself off to read it and then change the topic. And that's not conducive. So, also try to stay on topic, you guys, like what I'm saying. Like, if it's not interesting to you, it's because like what I'm saying isn't interesting to you. But like sometimes people get in here and they start saying things that have nothing to do with what I'm saying, and I'm like, then why are you here? They'll like just start asking questions, random questions about me that have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But I think that's just people's curiosity of me, and that's totally fine. I am trying to have like legitimate conversation about what I'm talking about. So try to do that too. And then thank you for liking this video as you come in. And yes, let's get started. So the first thing, Harry Jacks, hi. The first thing I wanted to chat about is like honoring your body. And I'm going to kind of touch on something that's for women and that might freak you out a little bit, but it's about the menstrual cycle. So the menstrual cycle. Hi, Benjamin. The menstrual cycle is something that women have to focus on. And if you have like a girl in your life, you need to honor the cycle, right? Like whenever she's emotional, like let her be emotional. When she's actually on the cycle, like when she's like bleeding, um, let her do what she needs to do. Okay. But as a woman, when you are bleeding, thank you for subscribing, you guys. When you are bleeding as a woman, you have to slow down. You have to go in. Okay. Thank you, Isabella. I'm going to get rid of this guy because that's just not appropriate. Um, I'm a YouTuber too. So when you are bleeding as a woman, make sure that you are slowing down, okay? Because that is the time to go introspective. So you know how there's like 4 seasons of you know how there's 4 seasons of like the seasons of the year? Every woman has a season within each month. So you've got the luteal phase, you've got I'm forgetting the phases, but there's 4. Okay? There's 4 phases. And the phase and each phase is like 1 week, right? So 1 week you might feel like super creative and you're like, "Oh my god, like I just want to write a book. I want to make YouTube videos. I want to do this." You've got all these ideas. The next week you are like, "I just need to really like, you know, pedal to the metal, like head to the ground. I need to get some stuff done." And then 1 week you feel like super tired and drained, but you have to honor every single week. And so when you're on your cycle, you shouldn't be like, I gotta do this, gotta do that. So honor your body, and you're gonna find yourself far more productive when you follow the cycle, like that God given cycle. Like it's a cycle for a reason. So I'm trying to do that, and I'm grateful that I have the time to do that. Hi, Ben. Hi, Eric. You're beautiful, and I mean that in the most sincere way possible. Well, thank you, Noah. Where's everybody watching from? Hey, Paul, how are you? Yes, Gianna. Gianna, I think we have one girl in here, so she gets me. Mississippi. Wow. San Diego. You're not from San Diego, Eric. Are you really? Um, yes. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about is even while you're on your cycle, you still have to be productive. So like after I'm live today, I'm going to be like refocusing on the things that I'm trying to accomplish cuz lately I haven't been feeling productive and I'm just like why do I feel this way the first 2-3 months of this year? And then I realized it's because I'm not clear on what my goals are. Like I'm not clear on what my goals are, so that's why I'm not feeling like super productive. So once I like really define what it is I'm trying to accomplish and do, that's what's going to allow me to do just a little bit each day. Eric, why are you so obsessed with my nails? Do you see what I'm talking about, you guys? When I first started this live, I said how um there's just a bunch of trolls in here. When I first started this live, I was saying how people like talk about things that I don't know what that's about. Like, where are the people who care about what I'm saying? You guys are just in here saying a bunch of random stuff. Maybe my tribe will find me, but can I sub? Yes, please. Thank you. Genuinely from Mississippi, like 15 minutes away from Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, awesome. Hey, my snookums. Thank you for subscribing, Gianna. Hi, Seneca. What kind of YouTube content do you make, Gianna? Somebody's here talking about my braids. Like, these are Marley twists. So I get, even if my hairstyle is kind of old, but I get compliments on my hair. I think black people are insecure about their hair, so they get insecure about other black people when their hair is not like snatched and laid to the side. Like, relax, get a grip on life. I care what you're saying. I'm not a woman, so I may not understand exactly what you're saying. Well, thank you, Noah. And if you're not a woman, that's okay. You have a woman, you can be far more in sync with her. And when you're in sync with her, you actually get in sync yourself. That's the beauty of it. Yeah, Gianna, that was for you. I was curious, like, what kind of content you make because you said you're also a content creator. Ooh, that's hot. I'm single. I try to date, but my standards are high to women. Is that a bad thing? Hmm. I don't think it's bad that your standards are high. Your standards will always be high to somebody else, but you know what you can tolerate and what you cannot tolerate. Like, give me an example of if your standards being too high. Like, what's something that you feel like you can't find in the average woman? You know, it's so funny. I always have a topic, and somehow I always end up coming back to dating. Maybe I should just be like, maybe this should just be what my channel is about. Hi, Mr. Manon. I've been heartbroken, so I tread lightly. I understand. Are your standards high when you get your nails done? Eric, what is it about you with nails? Are you one of those like hand and foot fetish people? No judgment, no shade. Gianna, I honestly did not understand your question because you put a question mark. I don't understand what you said. Apparently, honestly, I want a woman who wants to take the time to get to know me and not sleep with me right away. Are you serious? And you can't find that? Like you can't find that? I feel like I didn't know men went through that. Are women out here acting like that now? Like I thought I mean that's something you hear women say. Not to not to say you're not going through that, but okay, I would be surprised. Hey, what's up, gorgeous? You missed me. Hi, Billy. God is good. Yes, God is good. And all the time, God is good. God is good all the time. I really admire your long, slender, and flawless fingers. And yes, I have a hand fetish. I knew it because you're just talking about my fingers and nails. And growing up, I was always told I have piano fingers, like very long enough to reach the keys. How do you make serene? What is serene, Gianna? I don't understand what you're saying. What kind of tea is that? This, actually, I've got it in my Leo cup. That's the, what is it? The Leo symbol. But it's bedtime tea. But the only reason why I'm drinking it now is because regular t- regular tea is too much caffeine for me right now. I get the tea that has little messages on the end of it by Yogi, and it says, this one says, one who knows how to enjoy life does not need riches. And I thought about that and I said, you know what? That's true. But I still like nice things. But I realize if half of my goal, that's another thing we could talk about, is that riches, like in America, we're just such a hustle place. I think every place is like this, just trying to get your money, trying to get things, trying to get items. And then I asked myself, and I had to stop and think, what am I really striving for in this season of my life? You know, like, yes, I want more money, I want to do this, I want to be able to take care of this and my family and blah, 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 blah. But it's like, why is that all I think about? Well, it's because I live in a place where that's all I can do is think about. Really, everybody, no matter where you are in the world, is thinking about that. This is the best way I can put it. Like the woman I like, they don't like me, and the woman I don't like, they like me. I don't know, maybe I'm ugly. You know what's interesting, Noah, is I think everybody has that experience. There's only been like a few times in my life where the guy that I actually wanted me. And the guys that I don't pay any attention to, those are the ones that like want you. But that's because it's the polarity, right? Like every girl says, don't give a man attention because that's when he starts giving you attention. And it's true, unfortunately. Like the men I just don't pay any mind to, they are like after me. And that's why the ones I do like, I don't pay them any attention either. Because then they're like, why is she not paying attention to me? And now they find themselves like, so the girls that I hate to tell you to like say do that to the girls that you like because that's kind of being in your feminine as a man, but sometimes girls notice when you're not paying attention to them. A woman in her masculine will chase after you. A woman in her feminine will see that and think, "Oh, he's in his feminine," and she won't. That won't turn her on. So just be mindful of that too. I needed a woman's perspective. You're awesome. My pleasure. Gianna, I don't think I can add people. Oh, there's a green screen option. Check this out. Whoa. Oh my God, I didn't know I could do this. This is so cool. What the heck? Not me just figuring this out today. This is kind of fun. So this place right here, um, this is a place that I was going for a walk and I thought this was a really cool like apartment. So I just took a picture of it. These are expensive, you guys. Like these are like $1 million, if that. I mean, so expensive if you wanted to buy one. I need to find me a black woman like you. Not implying anything. Oh, I hear that a lot. You know what's interesting? Another question I'm trying to figure out is like, how come the people who want are looking for each other? How come they haven't found each other? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I talk to an older guy and he's like, the reason why I date younger women is because to, older women don't like to like get out, right? And then I'll meet an older woman and she'll say, I don't like older men because they don't like to go out and do anything. And I'm like, you know how many times I'm hearing this from different demographics? It's like, how come the young minded old people aren't finding each other? Right? And the people who don't want to play games and relationships in this climate of dating, how come we're not finding each other? This is weird. Noah says it all comes down to coincidence. You might be right on that. I don't know. I don't have the answer. I really I don't. But you go on social media and someone's talking about how they're tired of games and this and that and dating sucks. And it's like all these people in a comment section of social media that don't like games and nonsense in dating, and you can't find someone else who also thinks that way. And I'm speaking for myself too. It's like, how is this going on? Hi, aesthetic girl. Hi, Kanchan. Can I talk to you in private? I don't know how we can do that. I just sip my tea and not let it bother me. Like this. Like I didn't expect to scroll and see your page, but I did. Mm, yeah. Diana, how old are you? 7. Okay, I knew something was up. I'm like, this. Why are the little kids online? I'm getting a lot of little kids joining my streams. And even though I'm not talking about anything inappropriate, I just don't think it's appropriate for 7-year-olds to be on my streams. Even though I'm sure you're great. Sure you're great, girlfriend. Too young. I don't know what you're doing on here. Are you in school? Like, it's Wednesday, it's 7. No, it's Wednesday, it's 1 p.m. where I live. You're 7. How in the heck are you on stream right now? You're not in school. Okay. Are you an orphanage? Because I want to give you babies. Mm. I'm not an orphanage. What else do you want to give me besides babies? Do you want to give me a nice lifestyle? Do you want to give me commitment? Do you want to like what else? Because babies, that's not like appealing to me in this phase of my life. How's my pickup line? It didn't land for me personally, but for someone else who's looking for children this instant, it's gonna land for them for sure. Keep trying. The world is a weird place. We all want to be loved. We all want to find that person who makes us feel loved and wanted. It's true. If you look at the bottom line, that's what everybody wants. So much so that they behave insanely. So much so that our world leaders do dumb stuff. All because they want to feel important, loved, and wanted. Isn't that crazy? You like my cat? Yes, your cat is cute. Did I try on you? Well, remember when I said, do you have a boyfriend? No, I do not. Read any books lately? Actually, I'm reading a book about public speaking called Talk Like TED, like TED Talk. If she did have a boyfriend, it wouldn't be you, my friend. Ooh, Noah taking shots. So where is everybody else coming calling from or streaming from? Noah's in Mississippi. Roll with facts. Where are you from? Gianna. I would ask you where you're from, but you don't have to tell me because you're so young. Okay, guys, I have a question. I am from India. Oh, I don't know why I thought you were going to say US. I'm from the US, like Gianna. Okay, guys, let's talk about this. Like, what is, hi, Johnny. What's like your main goal this year? Like, what do you want, if you could have anything happen this year for you, what is your new, like, what is your goal? Just one. I might have an answer. McAdoo Avenue. Yana, if that's your address, do not give your address out. This is why kids don't need to be on the internet. Like, what can you do? Like, my goal this year, I think the problem is the fact I have a lot of goals, but I think my main goal this year is to, I'd like to monetize my channel. And not because I'm trying to be like some annoying YouTuber, but because I want to reach more people. And and I want my business to pick up. I want my business idea to be more streamlined, and like I want to have a better, clearer business framework because I'm doing this business course and it's showing me that I don't have as much of a framework as I thought. And if you start a business for the first time, you realize, holy crap, I thought I had it figured out. And then it makes you go back to the drawing board, if that makes sense. That's my goal. I'm gonna sound like a simp, but find love. I have everything else I could want. Just want someone to share it with. Aw, that's nice, Noah. No, that makes total sense. Um, Hi always. I'm good. How are you? That makes total sense. When you feel like you have everything else and you just want to share it with someone, that makes, I mean, life is like it's meant to be shared, right? Push says, why are girls so focused on money or a job when you have it on easy mode? Find a man and make a family. The man should do everything else, no? Thank you, Gianna. Um, so don't get me wrong, I definitely prefer a man to be able to take care of me. Um, and most guys that I date, they do have that ability. But I think at this point, I'm looking for compatibility and someone that I actually want to build a life with, not just someone who has money. And maybe I'm being like a little too strategic and picky, but yes, I mean, I live in California. This is probably one of the richest states in the country. So I could find some guy who, I don't know. But really, I don't necessarily want, okay, I do want money. I am specifically trying to find my place in the world. Is this space where I'm at? If that makes sense, Kush. You asked, and so I'm giving you a genuine answer. I want to find my place and purpose in this world, and I know I'm here for a reason. So when I say business, my business is not just about making money, it's about making an impact. And I'm going to do that whether I'm married with kids or not. So I can't date anyone my age because they have a house and a car, plus so many responsibilities, and want me to move away from everything I own and worked for. So why don't you just date someone your age in the same area as you? Like I get it, right? Like if someone has like their whole life somewhere, they can't just up and move, but you can find someone who's either in the next town over, right? Bindle. I remember you, Bindle, from yesterday, I think, or was that on Monday? She is live. Yes, she is live. She is live. I'm just shook that I can do green screen. Did you guys know you could do this? How long have you been playing football? This is not the football you're thinking. This is like soccer, but I played high school and college. Thanks, Bindle. Well, I'm 40. 40-year-old girl probably can't have kids. That's one main reason I don't date 40-year-olds. I have a colleague who just had a baby at 41. That's actually not true. I do understand as long as a woman's stress levels are lower, she can conceive 38, 39, 40, 41. It's true. Women are having babies later and later. It just depends on their healthcare plan, their stress level, which, your fertility levels has to do with your stress. So There's so many things involved, but I do hear you. Like overall, you want to make sure she can conceive if you want kids. Plus, it's hard to walk up to women nowadays and express that you like her without coming off as weird. Hi from France. Are you single? Yes. Bonjour, Arnaud. Bonsoir. They're having babies at 90. Shut up, Billy. I had a college professor that had a baby at 46. She was a fine 46-year-old too. That's not healthy in my opinion. Okay, Noah, I want to say this about what you just said because this needs to be talked about. And here's the thing. A lot of women have been, not a lot of women, enough women have been through things where they're a little traumatized by men. But at the same time, there's another generation of women or girls, if you will, who don't have the social skills to understand that a guy that is expressing interest in them doesn't make them weird. So you've got women who are a little bit more experienced and have been through some weird things with men, and men did have to learn how to be like not so aggressive with their approach. But at the same time, you have young girls who are in the grew up in the age of social media and have no idea, zero idea how to interact with the opposite sex. And young boys don't know how to do it either. So we're in this weird thing where even you walking up to a woman to say hello, you're concerned that you're going to come off weird. Like in what realm is that weird? Can we just like understand? We need to get back to the plot. We're missing the plot, right? You can't meet people if no one talks to you. Like I don't know why we're straying so far away from the light where we don't even see reality anymore. Like some girls are so silly to me that I'm just like, just say you're antisocial and go. But to say, oh my God, this guy came up and started talking to me. He's so weird. What? Like, are you okay? Like, I'm social. I'm very social. That's why that doesn't bother me. There was also this thing where the girls were saying, "Oh my God, the guys are just staring at me in the gym." Maybe it's because you're pretty. You know what I'm saying? It's silly. Now, obviously, if he's just like he's not saying hello and he's not doing anything else and he's like looking at you inappropriately, then it's be kind of weird. But if he just glances at you and maybe he smiles at you, I don't know. Last time I checked, it's just two human beings in the same room finding each other attractive. But hey, what do I know? I just had to touch on that real fast because I just think it's ridiculous. But this is the age of social media where everybody's projecting their trauma onto normal everyday life things that should be happening but aren't happening. I agree. I stopped looking. Yeah, and unfortunately, like it's making men less. It's taking men out of their nature of approaching women as they should be. And I know it's not easy to get rejected, but at the same time, like what started as women saying, hey, if guys could just be a little bit more respectful in their approach, which is a normal thing for them to say, turned into a guy looking at me is weird. A guy talking to me is weird. A guy, like, just, we went completely the other direction. And we're straying further and further away from the light every day. And then you've got young girls who don't have any experience with the opposite sex at all, just taking in all this information and they're just like, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, this is yeah. And then they don't and then they're antisocial. It's a mess and social media is just too much. Exactly. That's another thing I've noticed. Now I'm noticing too, now the women are kind of like backtracking a little bit, saying, "You can talk to me, just don't talk to me in the middle of my set." Right? So I'm watching I've one thing about me, y'all, is that I observe society. Like I'm a society observer. And that's why I got my degree in sociology because I find people and patterns very interesting. I find it so interesting. I could write a paper on it. That's how interesting it is. Um, but I'm watching women realize that it's not benefiting them to be so anti. Like I'm watching it backfire a little bit, and then they're like, "Okay, maybe I'm being ridiculous." I'm from San Diego, moved out of the city to the desert to be alone. Are you from San Diego? Okay. Is everyone just saying that because of my shirt, or is it because I put my location as California? Like, which one is it? I'm happy I have a neutral person to talk to, honestly. Oh, am I that neutral person? Some females don't get when the dude think they're cute, so I have to give them the death stare so they can know what I want. Or you could just say hello. You know what's interesting, you guys? But I know what you mean, Rob. You know what's funny? People just want to know what's okay to do. And they use what the collective of others say as their marker to decide, is this okay? Back when, is it, has anyone ever been on Clubhouse? Back when Clubhouse was an actual thing, like you could go on Clubhouse and enter these rooms and talk to people and do this and that. Um, After that, well, while Clubhouse was even relevant, there would be these rooms where you could like shoot your shot, right? Shoot your shot rooms, and they were like kind of interesting because you noticed how people, um, you just notice people, and the thing that I noticed with guys, and I'm gonna pick on you guys for a second, is the guys would be jealous of the guys who would have good interactions because you'd be talking on stage, like there'd be like you'd be like 8 to 10 different people on stage, and then other people just in the room listening. And if you were on stage, you got the chance to shoot your shot at somebody, right? And I remember one time I was in there just listening, and this guy was just like, "Oh, hey, I'm trying to shoot my shot at Kayla or whoever, I'm just making a name up." And then they start talking. She goes, "Hi, how are you?" And he goes, "I'm good. I just think you're beautiful and this and that and blah blah blah. What city are you from? Blah blah blah." And they're just like shooting the breeze back and forth in front of everybody. And at first, the guys were like, trying to be all cool and like stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, when they heard that interaction, they were like, "Wow, look how natural that interaction was." It seemed like the guys got jealous. They got insecure. And then I realized, oh, they want that too. They just don't know how to do it. And they just watched how seamless that interaction was. But it was because he was just straightforward and chill, and he didn't say anything inappropriate. He didn't talk about her boobs. He didn't talk like, use your common sense. Like, don't talk about her boobs, don't talk about her body. Just, say, "You seem really interesting. I think you're really pretty. What city are you from?" Like, just keep it chill. But I noticed how the guys were like, "Oh, bro, okay, bro, you over there trying to da 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 da." And I realized these guys are jealous because they realized, "Oh, so I can actually talk to a girl in here and express how I feel." Yes. Now, the girls, again, guys, the girl, if you are approaching a woman in a respectful way and you're just expressing yourself and you just want to tell her that you think she's beautiful and you like to get to know her, and she can't receive that, there's something wrong with her. I'm not saying she has to be interested in you, right? A woman can tell you, um, that's nice or sweet of you. I have a boyfriend, or I'm not looking right now, but I really appreciate the compliment. Like, that's a natural way to tell you she's not interested, and you can't be mad at that. Move on, get over it, right? That's just how it is. But if a woman like somehow makes it a problem, or she makes it like you're just a bad person, she's not she's not in her healthy sexual energy. Like, we're all sexual beings. It doesn't mean sex. It just means sexual energy. Like, I'm a human being, I'm in touch with my body. You're a human being, you're in touch with your body. I find this opposite sex, or whatever your preference is, attractive. We're both healthy. And if someone finds an issue with what you're saying and how you said it, especially if it wasn't disrespectful whatsoever, she's not in her healthy space. Like that, to me, that just lets me know she's socially awkward. There's some things going on, and that's okay because we live in an era where a lot of people are just antisocial and they don't know how to receive people at all. I went to an event last night, and there was these two girls sitting on the couch, and everybody in the room was an entrepreneur. And I thought, okay, I'm just gonna just I went by myself. So I just literally started talking to strangers. And I just remember saying hello, and I was saying, "Hi, I'm Sadiqa. I do this. I'm from this place, blah blah blah." And then she was just like, "Oh," and she was just staring at me. And I was like, "What about you?" So you can't take this stuff personal, you guys, because some people are just not social and they don't. Anyway, I'm gonna make a whole video on this. What are y'all saying in here? Because I know you're talking. I'm gonna take your advice next, cute woman. I see. I'm gonna just say hey, even though I'm gonna be so nervous. Yeah, just say hey. Like, I like shooting the breeze in coffee shops because I'm at a coffee shop often, and I'm not saying I'm gonna find my love in my coffee shop, but I've literally met like 5, 6 different people, girls I now hang out with because I said hello at the coffee shop. Guys who I can tell are interested, but they're just colleagues, right? That's fine, right? All because I would either say, "Hey, what are you working on?" or um or they just start talking to me. Like, can we just get back to there being no harm in having human conversations with other human beings? Like, it really shouldn't be this complicated. Yeah, but I get in the friend zone or I'm too nice. What do you mean by that, Kush? Do they put you in the friend zone, or what are you talking about? I feed all my women ice cold backhands and they love me for it. Caveman says, I feed all my women ice cold backhands and they love me for it. Sir Hush, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, antisocial. I need to find a woman like you in my life. I swear I enjoy the vibe. Aw. Thanks, Noah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So even as I'm talking to women, because I'm a woman and I'm sometimes looking for either friends or business partners or whatever the case is, I realize that even as a woman that is not interested in women, that even interactions that I have with them, they're just socially awkward. And not everybody can receive you. So, for the guys listening to this, I'm going to say this and I'm going to let it go. If you see a woman and you think she's beautiful and you know that you approached her in a very calm, respectful manner and she can't receive you, she just can't receive you. And that's not your fault. That's not move on. Like, next. Someone will receive you. Same thing with me. If I'm just trying to make a friend and I'm like, I literally, I'm the type of person, you guys, and I think it just catches people off guard because it depends on where you live, right? I'm legitimately the type of person where sometimes I'm doing my work at the coffee shop, minding my business. don't want to talk. But other days, I'm very talkative. I'm just like looking around, like, who can I talk to today? And I'll be like, hey, like, what are you working on? And they'll be like, oh, actually this. I'm like, oh, cool. I actually do something similar, like, blah, 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 blah. I'm Savika, by the way. What's your name? And then they'll say, oh, I'm so and so. And then I'll show up again and they're there. And then we start talking again. Like, that is just how I've made a lot of female friends where we literally go out to have dinner and go clubbing together and going to the beach because just because I said hello. That saying, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, is so true. Mind you, I'm not shooting my shot at men. Sorry, guys. It's not going to happen. But what I will do is sometimes I'll put myself in his eyesight, his line of sight, so he can see me. So, for example, um, like if he's at a coffee shop and his head is just buried in his computer, and I notice he keeps looking one direction to think and then go back to his computer, sometimes I'll place myself in his line of sight so that if he sees me and if he thinks I'm cute, he'll say something, and it usually works. That's how girls shoot their shot at. That's how most women shoot their shot at men. They obviously don't exist in Mississippi, and you're welcome to. I mean, it sucks because I'm extremely handsome. You should just call yourself handsome. Okay, I respect that. Every female that don't receive me will later recognize that they made the greatest mistake of their life. Oh, shut up. And you know what too? I think a lot of guys they hate rejection so much that they think like that. You might be joking, but I mean, come on. You can't get everybody to like you. That's not the goal of life. Last girl actually approached me and started talking, and she got my number. And I asked her out, and she basically said, "I'm not looking for a boyfriend, but we can be friends." So confused. Well, maybe she just got a relationship, or she actually has a boyfriend already. You know what I'm realizing? Women are weird too. I didn't know because I don't date women, so I can't see their actions. I only hear it from you guys, but I'm realizing women do doing some weird stuff too, and I'm confused. She not single. Romeo say she is his old lady. I'm okay with rejection, but I don't like being talked down to just for thinking a woman's cute. So, do you feel like women talk down to you because you think they're attractive? Like when you express interest in a woman, do you think she starts talking down to you? Like, okay, let me be honest about one time. When I was in high school, men were a lot more vocal back then. Because when I was in high school, this was like 2010, 11, 12. Um, Hold on, let me charge my phone before it dies. My charger. Because my phone's about to die. That would suck if you guys were. Let's see. All right, we're back in the clear. I don't know how that happened. Let me turn this off. Interesting. So you're saying, huh? Or are they look at me like I have three eyes? Sometimes women will. Here's the thing. I can't speak for all women, but the only thing I can think of, I have never really done that. Honestly, the only time I laughed at a guy, but it just caught me off guard. It was just the way he said it. Like, let me tell you a little quick story about what I did. This was back in high school. Like, I was either in the 10th or 11th grade, and I was sitting at a city bus stop. Like, sometimes when I miss my school bus, I would take the city bus. I'm a city girl, but not like that. But I would sit on the city bus. I was waiting at the bus stop, and this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Good morning. May I say that you are looking lovely today?" And I just looked at him and I just started cracking up because I couldn't tell if he was being funny or if he was being serious. And I just started laughing, and he looked at me and he goes, "You have a nice day." And I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad. He was serious. He was coming from such a respectful place that it sounded unnatural. So I started laughing. Like, to this day, I realize he probably thinks about that, you know? But I said, thank you. Like, I was like, because he started walking away, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. Like, I did kind of like try to let him know, but I laughed because it caught me off guard. And the way he said it, he sounded like he was from, I don't know, some commercial or something. And I was literally like 16, so. I think sometimes it's a shock. A stranger thinks they are cute and they have no clue who you are. That's also true. Thank you for that understanding. Sometimes women, we forget we're cute, right? Just out minding our business. Or we like aren't thinking about how we look. And sometimes when I go out, I think I look like a thumb. Like, I literally just, take a shower, put some clothes on, and I won't have any makeup on, and I'll just be like, la 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 la, let me go over here, and then someone's just like, hey, and I'm like, hey, that happens too. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Facts. Because the minute I feel like it's so funny. You're right. Natural looks can be better. What's crazy is that sometimes I feel like when I look amazing, I don't get any attention. But the minute that I like don't even think about it is when guys are like popping out the woodwork. And I'm like, what is going on? That morning look? Ew, what does that look like? I'm not joking, fam. I need help. What do you need help with? Hmm. Because going back to what you said when you said that girl had a boyfriend, why even bother me? For the record, women go through that same thing. Like, it's like you have a girlfriend, they're just more intrigued by your presence. People who do that, they know they can't really have you, but they like the idea, so they'll just try to like find a way to place themselves in your life knowing that they can't even be anything or anybody for you. It's stupid, but that's just what people do. Guys do the same thing. Girls be like, why are you even bothering me? You literally have a girlfriend. Like, what do you want? It's just people just want their cake and want to eat it too. That's really all that is. But you deserve more than that. If ever a guy does that to me, I just bye. I deserve better. Go figure it out with your girlfriend. Go figure out why you are not satisfied and feeling like you got to um, have to do all that. It's human nature to want what we can't have. Facts. How to know when a girl is playing hard to get or just doesn't want a dude? That's a really good question. um, Look at her facial expressions. Because a woman who's playing hard to get. Noah says, can you tell this is a chat full of men? Yes. You know, it's interesting. My chats are always full of men. I think I know why, but I'll tell you guys later. How to know when a girl is playing hard to get. So I think I would say, Rob, look at her facial expressions, because if I'm playing hard to get, I am trying to show that I'm somewhat interested, but making it just a little hard for you. Right. Someone that's not interested is gonna be like, there's a difference between no, right, versus that's okay, thanks. Right, you have to look at her. Right, there's a flirty no. There's a flirty no that I do, and then there's a no that's like, I'm genuinely not interested. Aw, you easy to talk to. I genuinely enjoy this conversation. Good. Now subscribe. I'm just tired of the fake people, and we all need a real talk. No, for real. Like, we have to sift through the nonsense. You guys need to watch my video, Here's Why She Won't Submit. I know that's a trigger word for people, and it sounds like tired and played out. But watch that video on my channel, for real. Just in case we ever meet, what's your flirty no? I'm just messing with you. You know what's interesting too? My mom told me that growing up, I've kind of always been a little flirty. Not because I was, like fast or anything, but it was more so just, I've always enjoyed boys or men. Not in a physical way, like I was a very late bloomer in that regard, but just I just enjoyed their presence. I grew up a daddy's girl. That could have something to do with it. So like, I've always enjoyed men. Men are annoying sometimes, yes, but at the same time, like I love to flirt, and it's just harmless. It's what makes life fun. You be dropping some fire. I have to go back and watch all your videos a second and third time. Aw. I mean, we are pretty cool and we are annoying. Yeah. You guys are. You guys are pretty cool and you're also annoying. But women are also pretty amazing, but we're also very annoying. Especially when you don't understand us. That's the part that is tough. Hi, Armani. How are you? You know, it's funny. We all have to go back and think about how men and women are wired differently. Caveman, I'm not responding to that. Because I can't tell if you're trolling or... I don't know. Did you guys see what Caveman said? Help that man out. I don't know what to tell. Where are you? I see palm trees. It's my green screen that I just learned today. That I could do. I'm gonna choose another photo so you guys can.
Hold on, let me choose a green screen, you guys. Give me a second. I'll leave it alone, actually, because it's just probably gonna be another selfie of myself, which is. I'm serious. I'm fine AF too, but I have to turn down a lot of women because of my physical alignment. So is that why you? Because earlier you said that you give women. Was that you that said that? You give women like ice cold back of your hand. Is that why you turn them down? Because like you're concerned about that. I'm trying to. Oop, I'm trying to pretend I don't see him. How tall are you? I can remove some ice hot heat now. I see. I never thought I'd see the day where I talk about this, but mind you, you guys, when women say things, don't take that as the end all be all. There's a lot of women on this planet. There's a lot of women in your area. Okay, I can only think about myself, and then because I know I'm coming from a biased place of my own experiences, then I'm like, okay, then what would another woman might say? So I might try to like put my feelers out there for a general answer, but please do not take what one woman says as Bible, even though I'm pretty smart. But just remember that. So if that is your situation, I will say you can do two things. You can do one or two things. You can get surgery. That's the thing that exists. Or you can just own it. Those are the only two things, right? Like, what else are you gonna do? I'm taking everything you're saying with a grain of salt. Okay, no, look. Everything I'm saying. And I'm not laughing at Caveman. Don't be in here instigating Billy. Caveman, think about it. What kind of answer do you want? There's only two things you can do. The first thing you can do is just own it. Like, own it. Make lemons out of lemonade. I literally had a conversation with myself the other day. I said, there's some things in life we can control, and there's some things in life we can't control. Focus on what you can control. And make lemons and make lemonade out of lemons with what you've been given. She hasn't stopped laughing since I brought it up. I wasn't even laughing at you, Caveman. I was laughing. I was laughing about the guy who came up to me when I was 15 years old. Okay, so no, I'm not. I've tried making lemonade that doesn't keep my women around. You know, Caveman, if you're already good looking, you know, we can't have it all. I'm teasing. We can't. If it matters that much, honestly, women get surgery for all types of things. I think women get surgery for a lot of things that I think it's been more normalized for women to get surgery and men to not. But at the same time, I'm not a doctor and I don't want to suggest you go under the needle and under. No, like that's, you got to make that decision. And I can't get surgery. Oh, I didn't know Jehovah's Witness couldn't do that. Rob, you'll have to go up and scroll about what he's talking about because I'm not gonna say it. I try my best to keep it pretty PG on my but anatomy is anatomy. I have a gift for you. Oh, do you? I feel like you guys should all cash at me for my services today. How about that? Kush says, I'm done making lemonade. I'm planting a lemon tree. That sounds like a great idea. It sounds like a long-term investment plan. Forgot what is this? How do I... I'm trying that. How did I do this last time? I'm like, I'm focused on trying to. Caveman, as a Jehovah's Witness, I'm surprised you're openly talking about this. I'm just trying to figure out where the heck is. I can't find it. We're all adults here. I just can't imagine that holding you back in life. Like, I really can't imagine that being the reason why you stop yourself from talking to women or allowing yourself have something with a woman. Like, that's very limiting. And yeah, well, some women probably will be like, oh, okay. Okay, y'all need to stop. We can stop talking about this. It's too much in the comments. This is some locker room talk you guys gotta have. And then I stepped through in my Inspector Gadget trench coat. Inspector Gadget? Oh my god. Do Inspector Gadget. My tea's all cold now because y'all, this is all you guys' fault. Actually, it's a little lukewarm. Oh, is that my gift? Armani. Hi, Vicky. How are you? This is a I might want to read the whole thing. Did I miss something? You never answered my last question. I'm not going to answer that question because it depends on the person attached to it, right? That to me, like, I'm far more invested because that. No, I didn't say that. I did not say no. That's you projecting your insecurity. That's not what I said. I said that. I did not say no. You guys are literally taking something and running with it. You're being ridiculous. Anyway, everybody in here, give me a thumbs up, please. Like this video. Oh, and bless you, girl. Man, go to bless you, girl. Cash at me at Atira. $Atira2. I was trying to put it in a thing, but I can't find it. Bless me. They find out I love me and then I find an excuse to break up. Atira, yes. That's my other name. It's part of my name. Yeah, but cash at me, you guys, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bless me. Eric, if you like my fingers, then you should bless me for them. My Cash App is Atira, so it's $Atira2. I'm trying to put it on the thing, but it's not letting me find it. How do I do this? Oh, here it is. Oops, hold on. Hello, how are you? Where are you from? I'm good, how are you? Hold on, let me. I get paid tonight, I'm gonna Cash App you. Okay. Thanks for the conversation. Watch out for motorcycles. Will do. Take care. Yeah. So you are a city girl. No, I'm not. I'm not bluffing, I feel. Okay, Noah. I'll believe it when I see it. just it was a dude with a tiny Vienna sausage that took my girl from me, and all her friends knew he was lacking in that department. Oh. And when you do, you'll be like, dang, he was honest. Okay. I'd be like, dang, okay, he actually meant that. Oh, Noah James. Where does he live again? Mississippi? I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. You might be a bad guy. Let me tell you guys a story. This is gonna help Caveman out. It's getting hot in here. There was a friend I had, and I've known him since the 6th grade, okay? And let's just call him Joe. Joe had a very, very short neck. I'm not playing on words. Like, I'm not replacing another body part for that. He had a really short neck, right? And they called him, he had a short neck. Wait, can I say what again, Noah? What do you want me to say again? Yeah, okay, you got it. So he had a really short neck. I mean, like, he couldn't like turn his neck. He had to turn his whole body. Like, he had a really, they called him short neck. They called him no neck, actually. And I just remember, like, people teasing him. Like, he had friends and stuff, but like, it was always, people would always tease him. And when they thought, you know, when the girls thought, oh, you know, what do you think about Joe? And they would be like, I mean, he's cool, but you know, but hold on, I'm going somewhere. Hi, Mr. Praveen. So I went to school with this guy from the 6th grade all the way until my senior year of high school. Okay, the 6th grade, we were 11 years old when I first laid eyes on the guy. And then we graduated as almost 18-year-olds. Okay, we went to the same school for that period of time. And in that period of time, he went through the same thing. People teasing him, calling him all these names about having a really short neck. Tell me why. I get to college, I end up transferring where I was at, and end up going to the same college he was at. What happened? I did not recognize this guy. He like made some mental decision in his head that he was going to just be the man on campus. And he was 100% the man on campus. I had never seen. That just goes to show you. And all this, and like with you, Caveman, like what you're talking about, that's hidden. Hopefully. Right? You can't hide the lack of neck. Okay? But he made a decision in his mind that he was going to get whoever he wanted. I don't know how he did that, but it was a mental decision. And when I got walked on campus, there were girls like all over him. I thought it was, I'm like, am I in a movie? I know the Joe from 6th grade to senior year of high school. He wasn't getting any girls. We are in college, and he's got girls hugging on him. Like, he had a bunch of little flings at the same time, and I'm like, who is this guy? So, Caveman, you're missing the point. With his situation, someone wouldn't even want to go that far with him at all, because there's something stopping them from even getting to that point. So you guys' issue is actually in reverse, right? Your so-called issue is something that's hidden, and people think you're attractive in the face. So they're going to want to go further with you. His issue stops him from the beginning. Does that make sense? And he still was able to make a change. I could not believe my eyes. He had made, and when I went back and told some of our old friends, I said, you guys, Joe, not the same Joe. They were like, no. I'm like, there are girls all over Joe. And they're like, nah, I don't believe that. I'm like, I'm on campus. I watch it with my eyes. Anyway, at this point, caveman, you're in your own head. Somebody out there doesn't care. If a guy with no neck who literally couldn't get anybody. Okay. All right, caveman, you're a lost cause, bro. Like, I'm trying to help you out with the. You're not even understanding what I'm saying. You're good looking, apparent according to what you're saying. You're good looking. Someone that's not good looking, they can't even get to that part. Okay, so then work on other areas of yourself. Like, from my profile picture, what do you think about me? I can't really see these pictures. They're so tiny. Like, I legitimately cannot see. You know how small the pictures are? They're like this big. Oh, also, everybody follow me on Instagram. That's where I post more fun stuff, like when I'm at the pool or hanging with my friends and stuff like that. Someone. Wait, why can't I see? You know why I like that story? Why do you like that story? Why do you like that story? There's almost an identical one in emotional first aid. What is emotional first aid? Is that a show? Turtleneck Joe may have been. No, but you're missing the point. If someone doesn't like how you look in the face, what makes you think they're even gonna even get to determine that? Like, if I. Let's use a woman's example. If I have something wrong with my face, or I don't know, something that is gonna keep people from wanting to get with me in any kind of way, the average person, how will they even get to know that I have a really flat stomach? Right? They're not even going to get to really, the average person's not going to even figure that part out, right? Because they're stuck on the first thing. So, and it's actually a turn off for a guy to lead with something like, oh, do you know how big I am? Like, that's a turn off for most girls. So he couldn't lead with either. That's how I know he made a mental decision. And that's why a lot of guys will tell you, hey, it's not about how tall you are, it's about your personality and your confidence level. And it's true. His confidence went from not a lot of it. Actually, he's always been like a kind of outgoing guy. He just made a decision that he was going to be the guy that people wanted to get with. Honestly, I admire him for it because he could have kept that same bullying that he had from 6th grade to our senior year of high school and brought that into college and continued that to be his story. But he said, no, I don't want that to be my story. And his life changed because of it. If you knew Frankenstein had a big one, most women would. Oh my goodness. Why can't I see these questions? All that happened to Nonek was he smashed one girl and she told all the others, and then they did the same. I mean, you're as close to perfect as you can get. Thanks, Noah. Hi, dear. The book recommendation you said you wrote down. Wait. So, okay. So, it's your choice. Some women are actually insecure about certain parts of their body too. Like, a lot of women growing up used to say, like, they didn't have bosoms and they got tormented for it. And some women decided to keep the fact that they don't have that much. So, everybody is insecure about something. The choice is yours, caveman. There's so many options out there you can do, but I respect your religion and everything, so I'm not gonna trivialize your experience. I'm not a man and I don't have that, so. But I did want to share that story with you about a guy who did struggle socially with another part of his body and still somehow became the man on campus with, like, I thought I was watching a straight up movie. I was like, is this the same guy? And I was like, in some way I was proud of him, so. This has to be the longest short I've been a part of. You mean the longest live? I have been on here for a while. Something that I thought was going to be like 30 minutes turned into longer. And I don't regret a single second of it. Yay! I just want to be a support to people, really is what it is. Like, life is hard enough. We all need somebody to lean on. Hi, Pegasus. That's a cool name. I think I will end it in like in a couple minutes. So any last things you guys want to talk about? Hi Alive Media Uganda. No, the rest of my day is gonna suck, and I'm gonna be wishing I lived in California. Aw. What's happening here? Well, if you read the comment section, eLive Media, you'll see that we were trying to help an individual, lovely individual here, with a little situation. Did you go to the first game for San Diego FC? Eric, are you really in San Diego? I made you laugh, Noah. It's a situation that I'm sure a lot of guys have, but obviously I don't. Guys are not forthcoming about that, especially in real life. So mm, it's really the first time I'm interacting with that. I'm not ashamed of any part of my body. Good. You shouldn't be. Spud Webb was 5'1". Everybody downed him and said he wouldn't make it because of his size, but he didn't let size stop him. I'm saying. If Caveman, if you're still here, then you would take heed to everybody's advice and get out of the trap that you're putting yourself in mentally. And I'm sure we could all take this advice. I dated Spud Webb's daughter on my soul, 2006 in Rowlett, Texas. Okay, if you can date... Caveman is in here giving him therapy. He don't even really need it. Okay, I'm gonna put this here one last time. So everyone can add me on there. Okay, so you guys can save it and then I'll end it. Bye, Noah. Have a good day. Hope you keep your word. This seems like such a serious topic for you guys. I left the live for a phone call and we're still in the meet. What's the Insta? You promise. Okay. So my Instagram is Soulspiration. It's the same name as my YouTube. there's just a second in. So at the end, Soulspiration, put a second in on there and then you'll find me. Yeah, follow me. I have fun on there. Hi, Zare. Okay. I think I'll end it here too because oops, I keep opening when I feel like I don't tell everyone about my handicap. Why would I tell everybody? Like, what would that have to even do with my page? Like, hey guys, guess what? Come on now, think about that. I'm going to miss your live sessions. Why are you going to miss them? Are you going to get off the phone? Are you not going to go live any? Like, I'm not going to stop going live. Why are you going to miss them? Okay, now my tea is cold. This is how I know. It's been a long day on live. I start back tomorrow. I've been off work recovering from Oh. Thanks, Noah. I think Noah's the realest in here, so just saying. Truthfully. Real Southern gentleman. No, but sorry to hear that, Armani. I didn't know that you were injured, but I'm glad to hear that you are recovering, right? So that way, meaning you're better. One day I'm gonna take you shopping, Soulspiration. Do you play chess? Billy asked you a question. Women like Southern men, it's the accent. Okay, so there's a lot of things I just read. Do you play chess? I've played a couple times, but I don't play actively. I think, Billy, you asked me, what am I cooking tonight? I think I'm gonna have... You just make me hungry with that question. I think I'm gonna make some salmon. Okay, Rob. Well, you can start. You don't have to take me directly, but you can start by cash apping me. So I can go on your behalf. Would it be rude to ask for your Snapchat? I'm scared to even type this. So truthfully, I don't have Snapchat. But I'm thinking about making one because I heard that Snapchat is where it's at. But I had Snapchat in college, but I just got rid of it, and I thought it disappeared, and apparently it didn't. It's still a thing. You should. Okay, well, I downloaded the app. Now I just have to sign up and make an account. But growing up, well, in college, I used to have Snapchat, and I'd just be like singing to songs on the radio, and Anyway, I'll probably make a Snapchat. But for now, if you have Instagram, you can follow me there. And we'll go from there. All right, you guys, I'm gonna end it here. Now I'm hungry because Billy asked me what I'm gonna eat for. I don't know how to use Snapchat. Okay. Well, I'll go live again since you don't have Instagram. And then once I go live again, I can tell my Snapchat. But okay, looking forward to it. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna end it here. This has actually been really fun. So thanks for listening to my advice, and hopefully it helps you. Have a good rest of your day, and we shall chat tomorrow. I might go live tomorrow. Okay. Bye. Oh yeah, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Okay, bye y'all. I already gave you the advice, caveman. You just don't want to take it. Am I gonna get back on later? Probably not, but more likely tomorrow, same time. Okay, bye for real this time.